Hi guys, it's Crystal with Design Bundles. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make this t-shirt ruler with your Cricut. Over here on designbundles.net, I want to show you a couple different files that I have purchased myself, and I want to show you that would be great for either your Cricut, your Silhouette, any of your die cutting machines, as well as your laser machines. So this is very popular right now. A lot of people are cutting these out with their laser machines with the acrylic. I definitely will be doing that next. I just need to get a piece of material that is going to be big enough. I really hope whoever is designing these is watching, because I would prefer to have one that is about 10 inches wide instead of the 16. So that way somebody that has a laser machine that can only do 12 inches at a time can go ahead and cut that 10-inch wide ruler. So hopefully that will be coming very soon. If you come over here, there's a couple different ones to choose from, and I'm going to show you how you could bring it into your laser machine, for example, and show you how that'll work. But today we're going to be cutting one out on the Cricut. So let me show you which ones we have. We have this one right here, which comes with, one for a kid t-shirt. You're going to get them for an adult t-shirt. You can get one that's half the size, which is what I'm going to cut out today with the Cricut. You can get one for onesies. This one comes with a variety of rulers, several of them to choose from. And then this file right here would be great for your laser machine. As you can see, a lot of people are cutting it out with that clear. So this is just a plain little simple one, and it's all combined into one. Then we have this one right here that also has the spots for the pockets. So it lets you know where your pockets are going to be. So maybe you're going to be doing a monogram or anything like that. I love this one for the laser machine. It comes in the cut file as well as the engrave file. So a two-part. And I'm going to show you that really quick. So let's go ahead and start there. Let's open up the laser machine. Let me show you how to bring a file like this in. Now, your laser machine may be different from mine, but it should have the similarities of how you bring the file in. So I'm going to hit Add Item, and I'm going to select the file. Okay, so here's my file right here. It says T-shirt ruler with pockets. You're going to have a DXF file and then your PNG SVG. So the DXF is the one you're going to want to choose. So I'm going to click on that and hit Open. And then it's going to pop right up here, and I'm going to size that in just so we have it. Now, you're going to notice over here on the right-hand side, it comes in two pieces, which, like I said, your software may be totally different. This is going to be our cut file. This is going to be our engrave file. So what you're going to do is, the first thing that you need to do is size this to the correct size. We know that it's 16 by 5 inches. And how do you know that? Because you can definitely just count your little pieces here if you guys need be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that now. So what I'm going to do is on the width, I'm going to change that to 16 inches. And then for the height here, it's automatically going to change it to 5. If it wasn't, I would click this here, and then I would type in 5. That way it kept it together. Now, obviously, this is bigger than what I can do at 16 inches for this particular laser machine, but I'm just showing you guys. So then you would have your cut file that's going to, obviously cut all the way through, and then this is going to etch on there. And then you can just simply take some white paint and go over these lines and get it to seal right in there. So it's super easy. So it's great to bring in for your laser machine. So let's go ahead and head on over to Cricut Design Space. Now for Cricut Design Space, I'm going to show you the one that I showed you the first that comes with a bunch of different files. Like I said, kids t-shirts, adults, this half ruler. I like this one because it's simple just to kind of keep around, and you just got to put it on one side of the shirt. Either way, it's finding that center, which you guys will see here in just a minute. So let me show you how you use this file over here in Cricut Design Space. So the first thing that I need to do is get rid of these pieces right here. It's just letting you know the gray is the cut layer, the black is the draw layer. So when you bring this in, it's all going to be ready for cutting. So we need to mess around with it for just a second. Number one, first thing I'm going to do is hit select all. I'm going to change every bit of it to a draw. That way it makes it easier. Then I will just click somewhere to unclick it all. And then I'm going to click on this big piece right here, the cutout, which is down here. Click on that, and I'm going to change it back to a cut. So that way I didn't have to go fiddle with a bunch of little pieces. It did it all at one time. So now what I want to do is I need to ungroup these so I can get rid of the cut layer and the draw layer where it says it right here. So we're going to come up here, hit ungroup, click on this, and we're going to hit ungroup again. Now I should be able to click on, these pieces right here like so. I'm just going to select them and hit delete. Same thing with this one. I'm going to come up here, hit ungroup, and then I should be able to click on this. It may select it all. It may be individual. Either way, just, select it, hit delete. Now for this, we want to make sure that it is 9 inches long. It should be 9 inches, 6.02. It should be automatically sized to what you need it. You don't need to fiddle with it over here. The last thing you need to do is hit select all, and I'm going to hit attach because I want it to all stay together. I want it to draw and then cut. Now we're going to hit make it. And there it is, whatever material you're going to use. If you were going to be using the Cricut Maker, for example, you could use a heavy chipboard or wood. So that way it could be something that's going to last a little bit longer. You could use acetate, whatever you want to. For today, I'm going to be using craft board, and then I'm going to insert a Cricut pen. So I'm going to use a black Cricut pen and then craft board. So we don't need to mirror anything, nothing like that. Everything's ready to go. I'm going to load my material, choose my settings, and then get it cut out. So I'm going to show you that and head on over to the craft room. So you guys can see that I have my material loaded in my Cricut Explorer Air 2. I've got my pen loaded in here. I'm using craft board, like I said, and I'd like to use my blue mat with anything that's going to be like the cardstock and stuff. It just releases a whole lot easier. This is definitely a super fast project, something that's easy to whip out whenever you need it. You can save the file, that way it's just always ready to go. This is something that's just replaceable. So once it gets destroyed, make yourself another one, keep several on hand. So now what we're going to do is take this over to the craft room. You're just going to simply peel off the excess. You could peel it off first, or you could peel off the excess, whichever way. Once I get this off here, you guys are going to notice that I flipped the mat upside down. This is just going to help it release so much easier without causing any curling. And then I think it's super cute because it's pink on the back, so you guys can see how nice this is. It's a very nice ruler, and you're going to see how it's going to line up very perfect with my t-shirt. And this doesn't matter what size t-shirt it is. This is an adult extra small, but it's going to do the same whether it is a 2X, large, extra large, whatever. So you're just going to bump it up against that neckline, and then it's going to be perfectly down your 3 inches that you need it to be. And then you're just going to fold your little design in half, and then you're going to line it right up there where it says mid, right in the middle, and boom, there it is. So it's just a nice tool to have on hand. And like I said, it's made out of craft board, so, and whether you make it with cardstock, whatever it may be, it's something that's replaceable. So if I lose this, I misplace it, I can simply fire up my Cricut Explorer Air 2 and make another one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.